Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Zoe. True crime stories, real crime, real people, and real horror. Tonight, this story is going to be about Dorothy Puente. Some killers hunt their victims. Some stalk in the night. But Dorothy Puente did something far more chilling. She invited her victims into her home and never let them leave. Their soft voice, polite manners, and a warm, grandmotherly smile. No one suspected a woman running a boarding house in Sacramento was hiding bodies in her backyard. Some may know her as the Death House Lady. Dorothy Puente was born 1929 in California. Her childhood was filled with trauma. Her father was violent. Her mother was an alcoholic who died when Dorothy was young. She bounced through foster homes and orphanage. By adulthood, Dorothy had learned a powerful skill: how to lie, charm, and manipulate her way into anything she wanted. Throughout the 1950s and 60s, Dorothy built a life on scam, forged checks, stolen identities, false marriages, and fake charities. She spent time in jail multiple times, but every time she got out, she reinvented herself. In her 50s, she created her final mask, a kind, grandmotherly caretaker. She created a boarding house. Dorothy opened up a boarding house at 1426 F Street in Sacramento. She took in society's most vulnerable elderly tenants, mentally ill adults, recovering alcoholics, and people with nowhere else to go. She cooked for them, bought them clothes, and helped them receive government checks. But soon those checks stopped belonging to the tenants and started belonging to Dorothy. One tenant disappeared. Dorothy said he moved. Another vanished. Dorothy said she helped him find a new place. But the truth was much darker. Dorothy drugged her tenants, stole their benefits, and buried their bodies in her backyard. The social worker who got suspicious. Everything changed in 1988 when a social worker named Jody Moisey noticed her client Alberto Montoya had gone missing. She visited Dorothy's home. Dorothy claimed Montoya had gone away, but Jody didn't believe her. She called the police. Police searched the property. They noticed freshly turned soil in the backyard. When they dug, they found the first body, then another, and another, and another. In total, 7 bodies were recovered from Dorothy's property. She was running a boarding house and using it as a personal graveyard. While the investigation unfolded, police allowed Dorothy to leave temporarily. She never came back. She fled to Los Angeles, where she tried to meet new men and start over. But someone watching the news recognized her, and police arrested her. Dorothy Puente was charged with multiple murders. Prosecutors believe she killed as many as 9 victims, but they suspected the number was higher. In court, her defense claimed she never meant to kill anyone, that she was helping people who had nowhere else to go. but the evidence told the truth. Her tenants died after ingesting massive amounts of sedatives. Their checks were cashed immediately after. She starved them, she drugged them, and buried them to keep the money coming. But Dorothy Puente was sentenced to life in prison. Dorothy died in 2011 at the age of 82. Until the end, she insisted she was innocent. But the bodies in her backyard tell a different story. Dorothy Puente didn't stalk dark alleys. She didn't wear a mask. She didn't break into homes. She killed with a smile and a pen. And that brings us to the end of today's case. Dorothy Puente was a reminder that monsters don't always hide in the shadows. Sometimes they sit across from you, smiling politely, offering help with your mail. Her story will always stand as one of the most chilling examples how far someone will go when greed becomes more important than a human life. I'm Zoe, and this has been another interesting story. Stay aware, stay safe, and remember, sometimes the kindest smile can hide the darkest intentions. See you next time.